swim. Oh, hell nah. But you know, it ain't our fault. It ain't our fault you're stupid. Grown man don't know how to swim.
Just get into this. It's Jacksonville, Florida. I want you to note this scar on his forehead and how it matches that one right there. That one being on Remington McCall of Jacksonville, Florida. He has since deleted this LinkedIn.
Remington, you deleted it? Why would you delete it? Your handle was Mr. Hate 88. You wanted us to know. I don't understand. You wanted us to know. That don't make no type of sense. That's like marching in defense of white pride with a mask on. You know what I mean? I just, who you want to respect that? Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. And salute to everybody that supported the channel over at thepeoplesgetup.com. Don't forget to send your merch pics to me at admin@ReeseWaters.com. This is Racist of the Week, where we explore the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can drop them in the comments, or you can email me at admin@ReeseWaters.com. Today's nominee.
Let's go on a journey. About a month ago, a guy went viral for posting a video complaining about Muslim music in a Walmart.
If you can hear this, Walmart is playing Muslim music.
I'm sorry. You're in a Walmart. You're lucky that the lights are on. Were you expecting them to play the jams? I don't understand. Who going into Walmart expecting the hits? Like, hey, you left your phone on the table. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, because they be hitting at Walmart. They be hitting. I don't need nothing.
You got a smile on your face. You love this place. Moving those colors all over the place. Singing, we are Walmart.
And that's before I get to, what's Muslim music? Do you even know what that is?
Mr. Hate 88, which if you don't know, 88 is a white supremacist dog whistle. H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. HH as in Hitler. So anyway, the thing is, when you are an unlikable piece of shit, and then you finally get attention for something, like a viral video, you are desperate to have that happen again. So you start doubling and tripling down on ways to try and get that attention, even if it's negative. And so his new move was to post a video about the tragic death of Nolan Wells.
Oh boy, Mr. Hate 88, letting you know that he is putting out there that he is in fact racist, wants to give his take on Nolan Wells. Well, this should be trash.
Don't know how to swim. Yeah. You throw them in that water. We say, swim, boy, swim. Woo! Learn how to swim, boy. You can't do it. You can't do it, boy. Y'all ain't ever gonna learn how to swim. Yeah, they did it. Them boys did it. This is a damn tradition for us. Yeah, this is a tradition. We take you boys out in the woods, and we throw you in the swamp. We throw you in the creek. We throw you in them springs and rivers. Yeah, we throw you in them oceans. Y'all can't do a damn thing. Y'all be in there splashing and screaming, I can't swim, I can't swim. Oh, hell nah. But you know, it ain't our fault. It ain't our fault you're stupid. Grown man don't know how to swim.
Okay. As a grown man that does, in fact, know how to swim, let me first address you putting out that it's not your fault that we're stupid. Are you just seeding the guilt of the people that have gone on a whole media tour to assert their innocence? Huh? Are you just putting out there the guilt of the people that have sworn they're innocent, gone as far as to hide behind Brandon Tatum to assert that they're innocent, and you're going to put out that they're guilty? Stupid? Was that what you said? Stupid? Was that what you said? That was interesting.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
It would be like openly admitting to the kind of violence that your propaganda likes to place at our feet. You know, like that kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Like, you just spent all day posting about black people being violent, and then you turn around and just erase your whole, like, why would you do that? I don't understand why you would do that. But see, here's the thing, and this is why this was so interesting to me, because one of the things that I've been talking about quite a bit on the channel is how untenable the two tranches of racism are. Those that want to preserve systemic racism, those that want to preserve systems of systemic racism and therefore keep it all below the surface, and those like you that are out loud and proud about it. Those don't go together. See, this is the kind of racism that y'all like to tell us doesn't exist when we're complaining about the systemic kind. And you just gave us all of the evidence.
Did you know that I can see you?
Stupid? Is that what you say? You say stupid? You know what you sound like. Honestly, you know what you sound like.
You know how you're always going out with friends and you go somewhere far away and one person wants to stay and talk to someone for a while, so the rest of you take off and keep his phone? Yeah, me neither.
That's exactly what you sound like, except that was spoken from the perspective of an ally. But you have the exact same talking points. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting how you have adopted the talking points of all the people that want a full and thorough investigation and are distrustful of the denials coming from the accused? Stupid? Was that the word? It was stupid? Well, that was the word that he said? I think the word that he said was stupid. I got some more stupid for you.
Are you crazy? Or just plain stupid?
Nolan Wells' grieving mother should not be subjected to reported attacks while seeking answers about her son's death. As the Wells family continues to demand transparency in the ongoing investigation, no one should weaponize online reviews against his mother's professional reputation. Grieving mother Christine Wansley, a nurse practitioner, targeted by wave of negative reviews after the mysterious death of her son Nolan Wells. And here you see screenshots of people that apparently felt free to put their name to it. Now help me out with something, Racist MAGA. Help me out with something. Was Nolan Wells accused of anything? Was he accused of any kind of crime? No, he was not. He was not. Was his mother? Is his mother accused of any kind of? No, she is not. No, she is not. Okay. So what we have in Nolan Wells is a victim, right? Whether he's a victim of violence or a victim of circumstance, as you guys would assert, he is in fact a victim, not accused of doing anything. You have his mother, who's looking for transparency, also not accused of doing anything. And your grounds for this, I would love to see Black MAGA. Black MAGA, please explain to me the grounds for this. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. This must be the family values y'all be talking about. This must be the family values that y'all be talking about, huh? What, Erica Kirk? Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. When is she sharing all that donation money from TPUSA with Christine Wansley? Huh? When does she get to take over the organization? When does that happen? When she going to the State of the Union? When we doing that? Huh? When do the flags fly at half staff? When we doing that? Huh? When we having the statues in the National Day of Mourning? When we doing that? Since y'all want to compare, right? Since y'all want to compare. You know, it's crazy because I completely missed her coming out to the fireworks. I completely missed her coming out to the fireworks and the pyrotechnics. I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. But you know what? If y'all could point me to that, I would love to, you know what I mean? I would love to figure that out. You guys' own behavior is indicting of the exact thing that your life's purpose is to prove to us doesn't exist. Stupid, was that the word? I believe stupid was the word that was put forth. It's so fascinating because there's so many other allies that actually can see this for what it is, and y'all sound just like them. It's crazy. Y'all got the exact same talking points.
Nolan Wells. What in the actual is going on down in Mississippi? So listen, if you got a little time, let me walk you through this. This wild. I try to stay out of it until you get all the details, but since they're circling the wagons and refusing to help authorities, I'm going to tell you what I think is going on. This picture right here, you will see Nolan and 4 of his friends that went on a boat party on July 4th. Only 4 of them returned without Nolan. His cell phone back to his mother. What the f***? Claiming they haven't seen him since 3 p.m. These people right here remember seeing them partying and throwing beer cans and causing a ruckus and starting fights all the way up until 7:30 p.m. You want me to believe a friend of yours that you've known for years goes missing in Mississippi for hours and hours and hours, and you not only don't look for him, but then you go home without him, without calling the cops, and you just bring his phone back to his mom?
One more time for those in the back.
And then there's this video right here. Did you hear it? There is clearly an argument going on shore where they clearly say, "F you, motherfucker, you're not getting on the boat." Even though they didn't have time to call the police or start an investigation right away, they had plenty of time to deactivate all their social media. Not to mention, these little parents are judges, doctors, and other high-ranking members of the community. Let me see if I can play out what exactly happened here. Noah goes out on a boat with 4 of his friends. There is some sort of argument on shore. If a fight ensued, took him back out on the boat. I allegedly believe they did something to him. Then came back to the same spot they were in, partied all the way past 7:30 p.m. Have witnesses saying you were there, remember. Then brought his belongings back to his mom. Look, I hope I'm wrong here, but things aren't adding up. None of it makes sense. None of it adds up to something benign happened. We all need to be saying his name. Even if they didn't, each and every one of them for abandoning their friend, not even searching for him so that they could drink and party the rest of July 4th away. Be careful who you choose for friends. I promise you, the only way a snake can bite you is if it's right next to you. Rest in peace, Nolan.
Well, I'm certainly glad he said it. I'm certainly glad he said it because something didn't look right to me. Something didn't look. You know what I mean? I've not been in that situation. But if you give me a range of behaviors after the fact, that would probably be last. That would probably be my last choice for how to behave after the fact if I didn't do anything.
I beg your finest pardon, but I know if my friend went missing, I wouldn't be out partying a few hours later. Hell, if it was just somebody that I remotely cared about and didn't wish harm upon, I'd be trying to find them. And I sure as hell know that I wouldn't leave an actual island without them. And I know that I wouldn't be like deleting all my social media and having like my parents even delete their social media. I know I would be openly working with anybody and everybody and speaking out very publicly to find information, to find out why they are unalive. But no, that's not what happened to Nolan Xavier Wells, because those individuals were not his friends. They were not even his acquaintances. They clearly did not care about him at all or his well-being, Because if they did, this is not the storyline that we would be hearing. This is not the timeline of actions that we would be seeing. The fact that one of those kids lawyered up as soon as news broke about Nolan Xavier Wells' disappearance, we all knew how this was going to end up after that moment. This happens so much in our society that I fear that people just expect it now because it's all too common. But we all know, had that picture had been 3 black teenage boys with 1 white teenage boy, this would be all over mainstream media and the president would be talking about it right now. We all know that. Rest in peace, Nolan Xavier Wells, and I truly hope that your family finds peace and you receive justice, because this is so wrong and we need to keep his name alive. This has to stop in our country.
And I echo her sentiment about this having to stop in this country. But see, the reason why it's been allowed to continue is because of our inability to come to one accord about the existence of said double standards, which Inter-Racist MAGA is doing their best to eradicate that. They're doing their best to make sure that we can all see them, bringing us closer to bringing it to a close. Isn't that right? And to think, all that effort that his friends and their family put in, just wasted. Y'all just wasting all their efforts.
Cracker-hos, you know some white privilege mess about this whole Nolan Wells situation is Warren Hudson's stepmother, Judge Ashley Cole, decides to release an unrequested, unnecessary press release mentioning that she is a judge at the very top. Judge Ashley Cole, she's not over this case. She's not adjudicating nothing. She decides to put her lily white face on the side and her name and title at the top, as if her title as a judge is going to somehow pacify and allay the concerns the public has about what they did to Nolan Wells, allegedly, because I'm not getting sued. And my point here is, had they been black, had Warren Hudson and all the other crackers been black, they would have been guilty until proven innocent. They would have been detained, because there's no justifiable reason why the family had to track down Nolan Wells' cell phone using Life 360 to find it at someone's house with deleted text messages, knowing that Warren Hudson and the other crackers got into an argument with Nolan Wells before he decides to get another ride and leave his cell phone behind. Yeah.
And I can't be the only one that thought that statement was pretty well timed now, wasn't it? Or ill-timed, depending on your perspective.
Now, we're also not going to skip over the fact that the timing was strategic in them putting out the interview of Warren Hudson, who is one of the boys who was on the boat that day with Nolan Wells, and just so happens to be the son or the stepson, whatever, of Judge Ashley Cole. It is no coincidence that on the day that Ben Crump announced that the independent autopsy results were going to be made available, that this interview came out. I also just want to point out that in Ashley Cole's original statement, she said that the reason she deactivated their social media was because we live in an age of clickbait. And so with that in mind, you decided that a day after Nolan Wells' funeral and a day before the independent autopsy results were released was a good time for you to put out an interview that is clickbaity. There was also another friend whose name is Lucas Avis, I believe. And according to him, Nolan Wells was so inebriated that he was slurring his words, which is ironic because Warren Hudson has the exact opposite account of what he saw from Nolan Wells that day. He said that he was fine. Now, again, let me remind you that Warren Hudson's mother, stepmother, whatever she is a judge. So she understands the importance of creating reasonable doubt in an investigation or a case like this, should it go to trial and criminal charges are brought up against her son, stepson, and his friends. The timing is not a coincidence.
No, I don't believe that it is, but he mentioned it going to a trial. And in a circumstance like that, we would have to lean on the historical record when it comes to cases like this and how we feel going into something like that, which racist MAGA, you innocent no matter what. Exactly. No, y'all doing great. Y'all doing great.
We don't know what happened. I'm not going to speculate. That doesn't do anything for anybody. But we as white people have not given people of color, especially black folks in America, any reasons to trust us as a collective group of people. Full stop. And if you are a white person and you are bothered when black folks say they don't trust white people, think of this moment. Think of the unfortunately countless other moments in American history where white people have been instigators of violent crimes against black people. Because whether you like it or not, that is American history.
You know, as dark and as sad as this particular story is, one thing that does bring us closer to healing as a nation is the fact that apparently we can all agree that this is part of a larger pattern. That's what we've been saying and they've been denying, but apparently they're willing to come off of that now. You know, just to be mean on the internet.
My first thought was, here we go again. And my second thought was, how do we ever get to a place where we can feel safe in this country? The stories that is trying to be written is as if, but something is just too fishy. We still got some serious issues in this nation around, I'm just gonna say it, blackness.
You better tell them. You better tell them.
I got a message for white people. So if you're not white, I guess keep scrolling. If your skin looks like this, I'm going to hold your hand while I say this to you. It is not your job, your place, your right to dismiss, diminish, criticize, question the lived experience of people of color.
Take your time, Pastor. Take your time.
It is not your job to define what is racist and not racist.
Okay, I recently posted a video about Nolan, and on Instagram, of course, I get such ignorant comments, which just proves my point that white people do not take accountability, they do not take responsibility, that white people are the problem because they want to state the fact that, okay, if this was a white boy, it would be just as bad too, or it's not about race. People are people. Are you kidding me right now? If these white boys were black, they would all be arrested behind bars right now. And the fact that white people want to continue to be so divided and separated and not see that racism is happening all the time.
Oh, it most certainly is. It most certainly is. But most of the time, they try and tell us to believe them or our lying eyes. We're in a very different place today now, aren't we? Or maybe not, because let's keep it a buck. This story is one of many. And the reason why we're discussing this is because it went viral.
I had a reel go viral on Instagram about Nolan Wells, and the thing that a lot of people are missing is that the point is that even if there weren't any foul play, then this still took national news, had to see social media blow up the way that it did in order for this to make national news. And that is, in and of itself, white privilege. So for those of you who are confused and saying it's not a race thing, that's how it is a race thing. Because if I went missing, or if my kids went missing, it would have already been national news if it was under similar circumstances. Because Nolan Wells was not a white boy and the situation wasn't flipped, that's why he didn't make national news until hit the fan on social media. So the privilege is in the fact that we get the attention without having to earn it or create it. It's just granted. That's privilege. I hope that helps.
Why are we automatically assuming that Nolan's friends are the ones that took part in his death? Why don't we point the finger when it's a young white man? And why do we automatically point the finger when it's not a young white man? You know why we're doing that? People that look like me, it's because that's what we do. When it is someone's black son, husband, brother, we often say, well, what did he do? But if it's a white boy like Austin Metcalf, we immediately know what happened. You know, the UFC fighting event at the White House is literally so much symbolism as to where we're at as a country. And here we are 250 years later, and we have white supremacist groups marching on the steps of the Capitol.
Oh, and I would also say marching on the steps of the Capitol during July 4th weekend for the 250. White supremacists. No condemnation. No condemnation. So remember that whole part about y'all just putting it right out there on Front Street and leaving you no place to go with future systemic racism? Huh? Y'all let them march out loud and proud. Ain't nobody tell y'all do that.
And the most corrupt president in history posting racist tropes. And we're watching racist slurs across social media. And we're assuming the worst about that black lady on the train. And during that Newport Beach takeover, man, all those black and brown people. Yet when we see videos of young white men fighting and shooting off fireworks and all the other things, and the white Karens all over the internet showing their racism, well, then we tend to not define our entire race, right?
Preach! Preach! You know, one thing that I find pretty interesting is the kind of double standards that we talk about all of the time. And salute to all of the allies that have come out to assert that they see it too. But the way in which the admissions have been so forward and willing and aggressive from racist MAGA, it's almost like you want us to know that you knew this entire time. I mean, that's fine as long as you're making the admission now, because that's going to look pretty bad later. I know that's a tough pill to swallow, ain't it? Ain't that a tough pill to swallow, racists? That now y'all are our character witnesses for the kind of behavior we've been talking about? Y'all just a whole bunch of exhibits right now, ain't you? It's sad. It's sad. Oh, you got a little bit more defense left in that? Okay, I would love to hear it.
It ain't white supremacy hiding around every corner killing these black folks. It's other black folks.
But they sure jumped on this bandwagon right off that it was the white kids that did it, and then they ain't coming off of that. They believe that to the core.
Again, that's what I'm saying. It don't matter what. It doesn't matter what that death certificate says. Anything short of racism on that death certificate, killed by white friends in bathing suits, they're not going to believe it. They're not going to accept it. It's going to be a cover up. It's going to be because one of the kids' parents is a judge. It's going to be because they lawyered up. It's going to be for every other reason than the kid just had a bad day and a tragic accident happened and he passed away.
Well, I also found out something else. There's a lot of folks out there that don't understand how fast a drowning can occur.
Man, I almost drowned on the Okatoma a couple years ago. If it weren't for my friend Andrew White coming down, like my canoe flipped and I got caught in an eddy. What's it called?
An eddy or a vortex.
A vortex. And I was drowning, and there were canoes that were coming down, coming straight from my head. they were going to knock me out and send me on to the bottom.
Was it Andrew White? They came to say it was Andrew White. They came, I bet it was Andrew White that came in there. The irony, first of all, that they put the culture in that caption. Because when I want to hear about the culture, I go to Clay. Clay, he is, that's my barometer of the culture right there. I got to see what Clay and them talk about. The fact that we want a full and thorough investigation and not be gaslit as a public the way we already have been, that's the way they came out of the gate, should not be mischaracterized the way that you are attempting to. The same kind of gaslighting that we saw from the authorities, you're trying to put forth right now. But I want to go back to what happened on the Okatoma, because he wanted us to say how fast a drowning can occur. So you want to put yourself in Nolan Wells' shoes. Why don't we do that?
This woke white woman tells the truth about this Nolan Wells situation.
If the situations were reversed, if the circumstances were reversed, and it was 3 black boys who took a white boy out, and the 3 black boys came back and the white boy did not, it wouldn't matter that they didn't know what happened. Those 3 black boys would have been in handcuffs. Those 3 black boys would still be in questioning to this day. I can see the Fox News headline now, right? They would have used it as proof. See, we told you black people were dangerous. We told you black people were bad.
And that's big facts. The double standard is real in America. If 3 black boys went to an island with 1 white boy, and those 3 black boys came back from that island without that 1 white boy, and that 1 white boy was found dead, those 3 black boys would immediately be arrested, and those 3 black boys would immediately be looked at as guilty.
And it's that part right there. It's that part right there which really highlights the heart of this particular grievance. And that's also the reason why not only do we need to have all of our focus and attention on this particular case, but any other ancillary cases which, shall I say, fit the description. Because this double standard didn't start with Nolan Wells, and it certainly will not end with Nolan Wells. Now, will it?
So I want to read a comment that I left on a white creator's fairly large platform today, and she blocked me, which was kind of on brand just in general. You know what I'm saying? But I want to read it because if you are a white person following the disappearance and unaliving of Nolan Wells, and using your unearned advantages to amplify this story, and also the GoFundMe link for his family is in my bio. I want to read you the comment that got me blocked because it just distills everything about this moment. While we may never know what actually happened and speculation is unhelpful, there is an important lesson to learn from the rage coming your and others' ways, in parentheses, as a repeat death threat recipient myself, because she alluded to how people don't even want her to be talking about it. It is incumbent upon us as white people to understand the roots of the emotional aspects of this case, regardless of the outcome. Nolan's body was discovered in Mississippi, the state with the highest recorded number of lynchings. Nolan's body was discovered on July 6th, the 10th and 2nd year anniversaries, respectively, of the police murders of Philando Castile and Sonia Massey. Whenever a black child goes missing and is discovered dead, it is an assault on black people's collective nervous system because of history and ongoing rising and unabated racial violence against black people. Nolan's death is also on the heels of the egregious miscarriage of justice in the Carmelo Anthony case. And the optics of white boys deleting socials and lawyering up are pouring salt in open wounds. And I'm just going to add here parenthetical. I never speak for black people. That was pretty much stepped over the line, but I'm going to stick by what I just said. I'm not black. I don't know what that feels like, but I'm trying to tell other people what, it might feel like so you can listen. Okay, back to the statement. Black people and white people face different realities in our countries, period, full stop. And Black people and families rarely get the justice they deserve. So as we continue to imperfectly use our unearned advantages living as white people in our racialized society, please take time to listen to and acknowledge the grief and pain within the Black community.
Oh, 1,000%. And salute to her as well as all the other folks that see this for exactly what it is. But since we started with the ally that didn't know he was an ally, you know, he had the talking points, but he was still with all the fake bravado. Whatever happened with that?
Did it. Them boys did it. This is a damn tradition for us. Y'all be in there splashing and screaming, I can't swim, I can't swim.
And it isn't just some random look at me one-off. He's been posting hateful shit like this for a while, like the video this frame comes from. Yeah, see, in my opinion, that leads me to believe you're potentially dangerous.
Yeah. Not only because of his behavior, but also because he got that much time to sit inside a fast food joint and mean mug a stranger. You know what I mean? But y'all be talking about somebody's work ethic. It's the middle of the day. He's sitting in a fast food joint, mean mugging a stranger. But then y'all want to talk about respectability politics, don't you, Black MAGA? Huh? Respectability politics? We're his bootstraps.
Just get into this. It's Jacksonville, Florida. I want you to note this scar on his forehead and how it matches that one right there. That one being on Remington McCall of Jacksonville, Florida. He has since deleted this LinkedIn.
Remington, you deleted it? Why would you delete it? Your handle was Mr. Hate 88. You wanted us to know. I don't understand. You wanted us to know. That don't make no type of sense. That's like marching in defense of white pride with a mask on. You know what I mean? I just, who you want to respect that?
But you see that Clarion Associates right there? You don't have to reach out to them and talk to them about him, because they already posted. It has recently come to our attention that one of our now former employees posted a vile and racist video online. This employee was immediately terminated upon our knowledge of said video. And like we have established, it's many, many videos. But at least he did one that was loud enough that people went digging. So he lost his job. Also, he's divorced with a history of domestic abuse arrests.
No, he got charges? A criminal passing judgment. Well, if that just doesn't completely undo literally every narrative y'all put forward. Black MAGA, I don't know if it's a future for y'all after this. I mean, really, he got y'all out here looking crazy.
He seems like a real charmer. But I'm making this video just in case there's anyone left in your life who doesn't know exactly what you are. So congratulations, Remington Lane McCall. I hope your 15 seconds were worth it, because this is going to follow you likely the rest of your life.
Well, look on the bright side, Remington. Since you see so much racism in our society, I mean, you literally are responsible for some of it yourself. That's an easy pivot over to ally. I mean, that's an easy pivot. Like, look, you are seeing the same stuff that all the people in this video been seeing. You know what I mean? It's the exact same stuff. There might be a future for you. I put all the handles on. Just hit any of them up. No, please do. Please do. What'd you say? You want to meet you over at Walmart? Which one? What their playlist looking like?